Previously on Ballz.
And voices carry from the mid-80s. You know something we don't do, which we should, because we always get to see all these people on Skype and they show us around their spot. But I'm just looking at Rassie Pieterse, yeah? And we should show Rassie around our studio so he could, that's that one, so he can also see what goes on, yeah? Rassie looks like the kind of guy that is, sorry Rassie, I'm making you seasick, yeah? Looks like the kind of guy, he's got your kind of look, Nicole.
Why?
You just don't know, just the kind of guy that you would like to. Are you married or engaged or going out with somebody?
Married. I'm married.
Nicole
loves that look.
Speaking, you're on camera, by the way, Nicole. She's just diving for a monitor.
Damn.
And just happening behind, this is our studio. There's Simon, so you know who you'll be talking to. That is John. He's a chop. And if we could just come through the door there, coming up in about 20 minutes' time, Rassie, is bikini weather. There's our map. It's standing by. Lizandre. And this is Lizandre. She's semi-ready for bikini weather. She'll be here in about 20 minutes for the official bikini weather. Thanks, Lizandre. There we go.
I'm excited.
Cool. So, got it all sorted out. Now you kind of know who and what you're talking to. Let me just get rid of the breast shot of me. There we go. How you doing?
I'm fine. Actually, great. I'm doing great.
You must be, hey?
Yeah.
Guys are over the moon. Got back safely after interesting flight back via Taipei and Hong Kong to get home.
No, they definitely kept us on our toes. We had a connection flight via Hong Kong, and then, like you just said, now we had to go via Taipei, hoping that we could make our flight coming home. So we just made it, I think, in 40 minutes or so.
Wow. And what happened there? They said something about engine problem. Did we ever ascertain whether they told you that while you were in the air that you had to land in Taipei, or did you know on the ground?
Well, after the sixth translator, we figured out when they put us on the second plane, there's obviously something wrong with the plane. So not too sure exactly if there was a clown on the wing or what was going on.
A clown on the wing. Don't see that every day. All right. Well, look, glad you guys got back safely. And how was the response at the airport this morning? I was just listening to a couple of other stations, and apparently there was quite a good turnout, and there was champagne going.
Sure. I'll tell you what, it was really overwhelming. I mean, we didn't expect a reception like that. I mean, even some school kids got the morning off, it looked like it. There was a couple of schools welcoming us. Yeah, it was really great. But, I mean, even while we were in Japan, the messages, the Facebook messages, the tweets, the emails that we got was really unbelievable.
Oh, that's cool, man. And well-deserved as well, because we were saying to Greg yesterday that hockey really, really does battle for its place in the sun. And I think, you know, there's just such a feeling of support for you guys, but we really, I mean, it's about time hockey got itself a long-term proper sponsor that we could actually look after what traditionally should be a very, very strong sport in this country. And I think with a little bit more financial support, it can only get stronger, and we should be competing with the best countries in the world, because traditionally countries that are good with cricket are also good with hockey. It just happens that way.
Absolutely. Now, if I give you an interesting fact, they say there's 150,000 hockey players in South Africa. And if you take the Olympic champions, Germany, they've only got 60,000 hockey players in their country. So, you know, we should be doing well.
Yeah, we should be. Just give us a bit of background to you, your club, where you play, where you sort of, what school did you go to? Was hockey a big part of the curriculum there?
No, not at all. I grew up in the Platteland in Rustenburg in the northwest.
Hey.
Yeah, so there, obviously, rugby was absolute religion. So I played rugby up into matric, and then after school went to varsity in Victoria. And then I picked up a couple of rugby injuries, broken ankle, broken noses, cheekbones and all that. So I decided, okay, well, that's it for my rugby career. And when I joined varsity, the perfect spot to meet girls was obviously at the hockey club. So
Don't tell me, where did you go? UJ?
No, TUT.
TUT. You know, he's telling the truth, because when I was at Rao, as it was known in those days, the entire hockey curriculum, I actually played two games of hockey. You can never play hockey when you're drunk.
I'd pay money to watch you play hockey.
It's an impossible game to play when you've had a few. This is varsity days, Nicole. So I gave up the game, because you try handling a short corner when you've had a few. It's impossible. But I'm telling you now, the entire, you must know the Simons, Gavin Simmons or Simons, Jeppy boys, well-known players. They were all part of the Rao crowd in those days. Wow, naughty bunch, and also just there for the women.
Of course. Yeah, so that's where it all started for me. And then obviously they needed some crazy mullet in the goals. And for extra free beer or two afterwards. Obviously, I got a set of goalkeeper pads, 2 left-footed kickers, a pair of leg guards as thin as tracing paper. That's where it all started.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you, how do you become a goalkeeper in hockey? Is that like the drummer in a band? Is it cool or not cool?
Now, I'm not too sure if it's cool, but absolutely crazy. But at that stage, it was the easiest part to play.
I think it's cool.
I think it was very cool on Sunday because,
Yeah.
I mean, you were the hero. You made us several crucial saves to keep South Africa in the lead, Russ.
Sure, I tell you what, I just knew that last save. I think it was about 50 seconds ago. I just kept on saying, I said, boys, I don't have the energy to go to penalty shootouts after this, so we've got to make sure that we clinch it now.
Yeah. Do we have that? We'll talk about the crowd that pitched up as well. Do we have that on YouTube? Is it on YouTube anyway that we can maybe borrow it? That Rassie Pieterse save to keep South Africa and get them to the Olympic Games, man. She'll have a look if we can find it. But yeah, crucial stuff to keep them out because they were really pumping you at the at the end there. You guys 2-0 up, but as they say in most sports, soccer or hockey, 2-0 is probably a dangerous lead to have. Worse than 1-0.
2-0 lead is very dangerous, very dangerous. Tell you what, the last 8 minutes was probably the longest 8 minutes of my life.
And 0-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
0-0 at halftime. Yeah, 0-0 at halftime, but the last 8 minutes, I think that's when the game really started for us. Looking up, it's usually the goalkeeper's job to shout out, there's 5 minutes left, close the back door, or, we need to go now. And I looked up, I said 8 minutes left. And after a while, I looked up again. It was still 8 minutes. So
I couldn't watch Russ. I was in the kitchen and kept running in and out.
Why didn't you have a TV?
No, I don't. But I was so anxious. I couldn't handle it.
And then 2 minutes to go.
Yep.
The Japanese pulled off their goalkeeper. And then all of a sudden, there was an extra Japanese guy running around our circle. And then the fun and game started.
Yeah, how was that?
Sorry?
Does that happen often where if a team really, I mean, obviously they had to win the game to qualify, but does it often happen where they yank their goalkeeper off and put a player out on an out player?
It doesn't often happen, but I mean, we probably would have done the same with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
2-1 down, 2 minutes to go.
Rassie, I see your coach, Greg, who we spoke to yesterday, putting down the victory to the great friendship that's in the team. He said that played a huge role in you guys pulling off that win.
No, absolutely. I mean, the gees in the team is just unbelievable. It's a real special team we got at the moment. Like everybody knows, I mean, the budget that we're operating on is almost non-existent. I always say, if we have to pay for ourselves to get to a training camp and drink out of a tap, that's what we'll do. And I think that's what brings us together as a team. And obviously, there's a lot of sacrifice in the team. And there was obviously, it's a massive goal for us to get to the Olympic Games and doing well at the Olympics. And I think that's probably what pulled us through the last 5 minutes of the game.
So when you say something like that, does it pain you then to hear that John Wallen thinks hockey is a naff sport?
Yeah, I was yesterday said, hockey's a naff sport. Gee.
Rassie, can you believe that?
Well,
can you believe that, Rassie?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's a great
Rassie, these South African women as well.
Don't change the subject.
Winning an early qualifying tournament in February. Great to have the two sides there. What a sport.
Yeah, so Rassie, can we borrow some of your pads then? Get out there one day.
Yes.
Get this fat boy up here and let you have a few goes at him and show him what a naff sport it really is.
No problem. I'll bring out my old set, my first set.
There we go.
The ones that look like cricket pads.
Yes, with all the stuff taken out in the.
I'm not volunteering for that.
Yeah.
We volunteer for you.
No.
So what are the targets you guys are setting now? I mean, have you had a chance to even sit down amongst the guys and go, all right, now that we're at the Olympics, or have you already set an Olympic target of what you guys want to achieve?
Definitely. I think this plan has been coming for the last 2 years, to be honest. This was just sort of another hurdle for us that we had to make sure that we had to qualify. For us, we're really motivated. We got some really good players at the moment, some really individual players that's really doing well in the European leagues, in the top leagues there. So for us, we played a series against Great Britain in February in Cape Town. They're ranked fourth at the moment, and they're obviously a medal contender at the Olympics. And we drew the series 1-1 after we beat them in the first game, lost the second game just 3-2. And then drew the last game. So if we can pull off results like that, then why not?
Awesome stuff. Well, listen, once again, a round of applause to
Yeah.
guys, and I just think it's the kind of pressure we're under. You know, no one's saying that you guys are going to go there now, win gold at the Olympic Games or whatever, but you guys have certainly played under a lot of pressure to have to go into Japan, into their backyard, win under such pressure, as you say, over those last 8 minutes, and do it on the budget that you guys do as well. And I certainly hope that, Rassie, for you and your team, that this is going to be a watershed moment where sponsors are going to come forward now and actually look after hockey, not just now while it's in the limelight, but from a long-term point of view. I know some people have, but it's time that that it happened now and carried on happening.
No, thanks a lot, Darren, and thanks to everybody at Ballz.
Awesome stuff,
Russ.
man. Thanks for
Cool,
chatting to us,
Rassie.
Rassie, and well done and well played, eh?
Hey, cheers, guys.
Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye. Hockey guys, yeah, they are naughty at times, but they're such nice guys.
Yeah.
They're down-to-earth people, hockey guys. I love hockey guys. That's Rassie Pieterse, the goalkeeping hero from the victorious South African side, talking to us in Ballz.
Who am I? I'm a champion.
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on Ballz.co.za.